Hey, how's it going, guys? DJ Av here. Smash that like button because today we're going to be talking about something that people have asked me about and something I wanted to share with another YouTuber, and his link will be in the description box. His name is Red Means Record. Sensational YouTuber. Love his cinematography and his production. So let's do this, shall we?
Traptendo.
So first off, we have FL Studio open, and as you can see, I have the OP-1 right here, and here's the track from the other day. So I want to bring this into FL Studio, and I will do so like by doing this right here. So I'm gonna go and say goodbye to this cam, and then we're gonna go and do this. Since FL Studio is open, the first things you want to do is you want to name the beat, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a name because that will help with the process. I call this what shall I call this? I'm gonna name it after the record I sampled. Sampled an Italian record. There we go. And I'm gonna call it Psychedelica 3 because I sampled the third groove. So from here, this is what we're gonna do. You wanna open up your mixer in FL. And I'll get to the genuine purpose of it. Now that we have Edison open or whatnot, the main thing I want to do here is select my sound card. Now you can actually see my vocals are running through FL Studio right now because I have selected my sound card or whatnot. So in between this, I got to make sure that I even remind myself to do two things. One, move this down, and then I'm gonna open up something else, and this will be an added bonus here. And what is it called? Oh, vinyl strip. Now, the whole purpose of me opening a vinyl strip is, if you want to record something, if you want to capture something, even if you was like making a drum kit or something like that, you could dirty up your sound or whatever you want to do to the sound prior to that. But, if you don't, you can always process that later, but you can always do that with Edison right then and there. The next thing I want to do is this right here, and that is detach, because I want this to be on the screen as much as possible. Now, finally, next I want to go ahead and unarm that because I don't want to record immediately because I'm going to mess with this feature right here, which is on input. Now, what on input will do is, as soon as I arm this, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you an example right now. As soon as I arm this and talk, you see that it'll start recording. That is very helpful for the reason that, obviously I want audio from my OP-1 right now. Now it's time for me to bring the OP-1 back up. And this is and I'll explain why, why am I doing this tutorial in the first place. But, I'm going to record that. So goodbye to my vocals here. So I'm going to go ahead and mute. I'm going to go ahead and mute and start with the first track real quick. All right, sorry about that. I forgot to explain. Of course, you don't want to send the whole entire beat. You want to track out each and every part. So you definitely want to mute. So you want to mute all your other stuff in the mixer in the OP-1, except for one line. And it'll be this line. So all it's going to play is the sample. The sample that I chopped. So, okay, now I'm going to mute, and then I'm going to record it in there. All right, so first things first, I gotta remember what BPM I had it on. Okay, so the BPM was 87. So from there, I'm gonna go ahead and do this as a. So right clicking on the sample rate will bring up this menu right here. And from this point, you can do other things. One of the things I want to do, even though, you know, most people like to do stuff in stereo or in 32-bit afloat, I'm just going to go ahead and make it 16-bit because, I mean, that's already good enough quality as it is. I don't need the extra size. And on top of that, it keeps other things from happening, much like this right here. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and put in the BPM. Yeah, BPM 87. So from there, I'm just going to go back in there. And now I'm going to press tempo sync. Usually when you press tempo sync, and I already messed up, but just go ahead and type in 87. Oops. There we go. Type in 87 here. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this 16-bit again. This. And we're going to go and click accept. Now, this is where the cool stuff starts happening, because, you know, within it, you know, you record and you have some of that, you have a ghost area right here, or just like an empty part of the waveform. I can just press this button right here, and that will take care of that. It will trim the side noise or whatever. Anything that's lower than whatever the original signal path is will be deleted. Now I can go and I'm just going to exit out this, get rid of the OP-1 real quick, and we're going to go into the play editor. I know this seems like a lot of work, and it is, well, a lot faster when I'm not talking, but, and we're just going to go ahead and put this in here. There, I'm going to put this in on the timeline here. And you have to be in song mode as well. And since I already have this tool up, I'm going to press C since I'm here. And I got the tool up here. Make sure I'm press C so I can get the chopping tool. And I'm going to chop it at 5 because I got the extra that I don't need. And I'm going to play it, and it should loop properly. And then also, make sure when you go back into before you do that, just go and set it back to set your sound card option right here back to none. And from here, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna unmute so you can actually hear the audio here and start it from the beginning. As you can see, it's in now. You know, if I was to rinse and repeat the process here, I can do a lot. I can get all the other 2 tracks in there. I can't remember how many tracks, but okay. So the case in point, you know, because I was having a discussion with Red Means Record because I was thinking about getting into Ableton, but I wanted to know how Ableton handles audio, because FL Studio handles audio very well, but you know their MIDI options are terrible. Matter of fact, when I open up this video, my MIDI was already crashed. It crashed, and that's a huge issue with FL12. Yeah, especially if you want to add something to the beat. But anyways, now check this out. Now that I have access to it and I did all that stuff beforehand, I can re-scratch and look or listen. Go a little slower than that. This is gonna be dramatically slower. as you can see, I just doing those little quick little steps there. You know, I'm already audio. I synced the audio to the BPM, so you know I can time stretch stuff. You know, if maybe I didn't like how slow the groove was or whatnot. And then I have other options as well, because I might not even like that pitch. And you know, there's times where you might sample in your hardware, but you might not like the tempo or the pitch, and I could further manipulate it as well. There you go. And check it out now. You know what I'm saying? And so I can really go pretty far with editing the audio. And I could go a little further than that, because per se, you know, I have this or whatever, and I could do other things as well that could speed the process up a little bit. And I am going to put this, well, since it's already in the master, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna record it again. And now I'll make sure that everything is disabled here, so I can just go ahead and turn that effects part off. So the Edison won't do anything, or it won't record the fruity limiter. And I'm going to go ahead and record this. I'm going to freeze it. Again, I'm just showing off like the quick things it could do. See, gosh, the great things the FL can do, and then the freaking issues that it has on the side here. But anyway, so I got that. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on because it doesn't really matter. But now I have that. I can get rid of this now. And as you see, the bounced out version is perfectly bounced out. But yeah, so from here, I can do this to the audio. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go and re-edit it. Now you see it has there's loop points that are inserted in there automatically, and that's cool, and that's fine and dandy. But now I can use this mode right here, which allows me to further flip the sample with no hesitation. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and make another copy of this, and I'm gonna get rid of the original sample. And I am going to make this one unique. And what making it unique does is it allows me to manipulate the original waveform, or the bounce down waveform, and or wave file. And you know, I can just edit it. Blah. Then I'm gonna preview some stuff too. Okay, that doesn't really sound cool. Compensation stretching. So I'm gonna go ahead and mess with certain things like different extraction points and trashing up that sample. And let's see. And of course, if I don't like that, I can just go ahead and press Control Z and get the original back, and just further mess with it. Let's see, try and make these make this a little bit. Beats. Okay, that seems a little more stable at 16 beats. I guess they don't want to give me a preview for that. Set it to 8 beats. Or really 4 beats. I'm just gonna trash it and just do something. Send it. I'm gonna send it to the playlist here. So, as you can see, you get a little bit more from what you're doing there. I didn't necessarily hit the nail on the head. I'm still learning the claw machine, obviously, for what it could do. Of course, you can do other things like time stretching and all that, and even blurring and whatnot, which. Actually, I haven't messed with blur too much, but damn, I really like the way it affects how it sounds. I'm gonna try that on some snares and stuff. But then, you know, you can EQ and stuff like that. But you can always the EQ. You can send this to your mixer ASAP, and then, you know, you'll have whatever, you know, whatever the name of the WAV file is in there. And of course, you can rearrange it by pressing Alt and a cursor. At least in FL12 and above, whatever version of FL12 you have. But, you know, see, that's the thing about like FL that makes me want to stay using FL is the fact that, you know, you could quickly do stuff in Edison and then, you know, just go and make the beat further there. So that was the thing that we was discussing about, because I do want to make the jump to Ableton. But I don't want to go and open up Ableton and then, you know, bounce the beat down in SoundForge or Edison in FL, and I could just lay it out in FL and be done with it. But there's the thing, of course, obviously, the issue that I do not like is, especially when I'm streaming or local recording, is the fact that every single time I open up FL, or every now and then I get failed MIDI, you know, and that hung up MIDI because the USB is tied up with a lot of the other USB peripherals that I use to record these videos. Obviously, you know, I do use some pretty delicate webcams, 1080, you know, and all that. But anyways, I don't know if this video will be helpful to you, but, you know, perhaps, you know, some of you guys might have ideas and did not know about that, or how to record in FL via your sound card or whatnot, because that's pretty much what was displayed in this video. Hopefully, Red, you've seen this video. I would love to hear your input, because, you know, I'm just trying to learn Ableton, get my jitters away from using Ableton, because I've already laid out a few beats in there, and I really like the workflow way better than FL, because of things like automation being available. And anyways, yeah, guys, thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna finish laying out this beat because I really like this beat and I really want to finish this video. Anyways, I'm DJ Av, and I am out of here. Thank you again, guys.
Trap Tendo.